Joining us to discuss, former Acting Customs and Border Patrol Commissioner Mark Morgan. Mark, what's your response? I see you shaking your head.
Bob, her statements are just ignorant. I can't come up with any other, adjective to describe it. Look, first of all, CBP is not even an immigration agency. They have 5 core missions with respect to this country. They're an integral part of our effort to counter terrorism, to combat transnational organizations. They have the mission to secure our borders, all our borders, not just the southern border, against a vast, complex set of threats. They're also responsible for facilitating lawful trade and travel and revenue collection for this country. What the representative doesn't know, she's misinformed, ill-informed, doesn't know what she's talking about. CBP facilitates 400 million passengers a day that goes directly to add to our economy. Look, they process at our land, air, and seaports. They process goods and commodities to make sure that we're on the leading edge of the global supply chain that goes directly to our economic prosperity and growth. I could go on and on. But if you defund Customs and Border Protection, you're also defunding our ability to provide national security and economic security. Her statements are ignorant, they're dangerous, and they're irresponsible.
Yeah, she's not just talking about CBP, though. She's talking about CBP, she's talking about ICE, she's talking about multiple organizations that their ultimate job is to keep us safe. You and I, we've all talked about the numbers of people that are streaming across the border and those people that are involved in drug trafficking, human trafficking. I know that you were just discussing violent gang members and rapists who have disappeared into this country.
Heather, you're spot on. That's another thing. Again, her statement is just ignorant. Heather, I couldn't have said it by yourself. Look, just this July 4th weekend, Border Patrol apprehended multiple MS-13 gang members. They represented a criminal alien that had been convicted for rape and also a criminal alien that had convicted for DUI that led to the death of an American citizen. CBP alone has arrested over 7,000 criminal aliens. And when our borders are wide open and unsecure right now, the 240,000 plus gotaways, individuals that have gotten past our frontline defense and made their way into every town, city, and state in this country. And look, they are filled with criminal aliens. That's the fact. And then let's not forget about drugs pouring in this country. And you mentioned human trafficking. We could go on and on. But for her to say she wants to defund the very agencies that are protecting us and preventing that from entering our country, again, it's just absurd.
Absurd, and you also use the word ignorant. I guess I would ask the question whether she knows exactly what she's saying, and she has an incentive to defund those organizations and to allow more people over, if you think that's actually what her ultimate goal is, and if so, why?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think that is her goal, and I think that's the Democratic platform, is they see a perceived political benefit. For every illegal alien they find a pathway to citizenship, they think that's going to equate to a Democratic vote. They also think they're going to get a bump in the House through the census because now they're going to include illegal aliens in this country as part of the census that's going to go directly to the determination of House seats. But the reason why I stand strong that it's ignorant is that she's willing to sacrifice political power and sacrifice our national economic security. That's why I say her statements are ignorant.
And she may be reading the entire situation wrong because we had this latest poll from the Washington Post asking voters about President Biden's handling of the border. 51% say they disapprove. Only 33% say they approve. So more and more people are realizing that this is a very real crisis at the border.
And Heather, that poll, if I can real quick, so not only is that poll representative of the overall, but it's also representative of minorities, of migrants that have actually come to the country legally and obtained citizenship. They also see this as a crisis, and they blame Biden for his open border policies.
And who funds these organizations, by the way? It's all of Congress, right? So even though she may say what she wants to say, and have ulterior motives for doing that, she's only one vote.
Yeah, but right now she's we're talking about her right now. her statements are being broadcast, all over the place. And so I am concerned that this minority, radical, progressive voice is gaining more traction. Look, President Biden was supposed to be a moderate, supposed to be a unifier, and he's done everything the opposite. Why? Because he knows he's got to placate to that progressive, radical base that got him elected, and he's being anything but a moderate when it comes to border security and illegal immigration.
All right. Mark Morgan, thank you as always for joining us.
Thanks, Heather. Thanks.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.